Hi, this is Professor Tiffany Bostic from Central Oklahoma and, University of Central Oklahoma. And I'm going to use this Google Hangouts through the Google Plus website to kind of go over some ways to use this program, which is free, how you can do flipped classroom ideas, and how to maybe connect with your English as a second language students to kind of help enrich and remediate in the classroom. That's the fun part about going live. You can hear everything. So what I'd like to go over is, first I'm going to do a screen share so that you get to see what I get to see. So what we will do is, first and foremost, I'm going to hit the screen share button and share. Whoop. I have a little issue here. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Here we go, screen share, entire screen, and share. Okay, so what I want you to see is you are screen sharing and presenting to everyone. So how I did that was, if you can see this green button with the top arrow, it'll say screen share. So you can hit that button and it gives you a variety of options. Or you can go back to the screen and look at the instructor again. But what I like to do, especially when I'm showing somebody new technology, or let's say you don't have a document camera, but you do have the ability to kind of go over and maybe show a new skill or some new part of your lecture and share in here, you go through and you can share what you're doing. Like, for example, if I wanted to record myself teaching you PowerPoint, I could give you PowerPoint. Like, we go through here, new slide, new slide, new slide. Or I wanted to show you how to change your transitions or do a bulk transmission. Boom! And I get to show you that by doing the screen share option. So the next option would be questions and answers, which I don't have that enabled because this is not an education account. This is my personal account. But would be very beneficial, especially if you are doing a true Google Hangout Live or Google Hangout on air, is having this chat box. And it's this box right here. And you can go through and post a question. And let's say I say, how is this presentation? And that's right there. And we have it. It's automatic and we're good to go. The next option you could do is, you want to share a website. I could put in one of my Google Form accounts, put that in here, and you are good to go. So let's say, go to my Google Drive. And I have too many accounts. That's not the right account. So I'm going to go to my UCO account. You guys kind of get to see what I do as I do it. And I wanted to create a new form. So I'm going to go to Google, and I have this option, Google Forms. And I can also kind of show you how to go through a Google form again. So I'm going to say Hangout feedback. Question 1, I'm going to say I really want to say, what do you think of this tool? And it's not going to be multiple choice. I want you to be able to actually type in a full answer. Done. And then add item. How would you use it? And then I want you to be able to fill in a full answer. Done. And then we're going to say embedding purposes. So I'm going to embed, get that full option. And then I go back, done. And I have this nice little form ready. So I go back to our chat and I put the link here. So now anybody can go in there and ask a question. And I don't really like how that looks. So I'm going to choose, which I don't really have anything on here because it's my personal account, but you go from your Google Drive and send something directly for this presentation. Now, I went over through Showcase, question and answer, Cameraman. This is where you go and make the technical differences. It's kind of, and we're having a little issue there. We're going through, and this is where you can say your broadcast settings. Your control room, how loud are you? And YouTube. This will show where this will eventually go on YouTube. That everything we see here, this video that's being made, will directly go on YouTube, which I really like because then I can go back as a teacher and evaluate how well did I do with this lecture. I'm going to go off screen sharing here. Boom, you have the instructor again. What I really like about the Google Hangouts live or on air option is that as a teacher, let's say I have a student that's gone, or I'm going on leave, or for a professional learning network, we could have a group of teachers in a district. Not all of us have the same planning period, but we could go back and do professional development on your plan where you make a little bit of a video, share it with your colleagues, and they can provide feedback through email or through that chat option that I showed you. Another benefit to this would be if you don't have a document camera, but you do have a video cam on your computer or your laptop that your district provides you, or you have for your personal options, you can go through and give a lecture, or you can go through a new skill like how to solve a math problem, or you could record a science lab that you've done, or you can go through the steps of the writing process for your English language courses, or you could add little videos to supplement history learning. Or basically it's a great tool to do enrichment and remediation because you have these options that you can go through and you can put on your Google Classroom like we discussed, or you can put on your Edmodo like we've been trained to do. And you can put these tools available for students so when they leave your classroom, they either can go to the public library, or if they have their own devices like so many of our students do now, they can go back and watch that video. Like they might be a little nervous to ask questions in class, which students are, especially our secondary English as a second language students are, and they can go back and get that information again. Or if you have a lecture and they miss some of things because they're doing this switching back and forth between languages, they can go back and get that information from you, the instructor. Not a second or third party, but from the first person primary source right there. And that's one of the reasons I like it so much, because you have that option of supplementing or going back and reviewing without losing class time or without causing anxiety in the student about how can I ask the teacher this, or hey, can you repeat that? Well, of course I can repeat that because now this video, this lecture, whatever that you've put on Google Hangouts on air, it's now on YouTube and the kids can go back. And we all know the kids love looking on YouTube for fun kitten videos or song videos, but now they can go back and do it for educational purposes too. And as long as you're modeling this appropriate use, this is going to help your students learn if you're using this tool appropriately, and if you're using it effectively, and if you're modeling it in a way that's going to help you supplement your transmission-based learning to get them bridging closer to less passive learning and more active learning. So I hope that you found this somewhat beneficial. If not, at least kind of started some questions in your mind about how to use this, or how can I put this in my own classroom. So I am available. You guys know my email, and you guys know how to reach me one-on-one in classroom. So I'm glad for your time, and I will go ahead and go to screen share one more time to show you how to end it. Share. And it's this little red hang up button. So once again, thank you so much for your time. I hope this supplements your own knowledge and kind of kickstarts your own interest in using this tool in your classroom. Thank you.
I'm your Huckleberry.